I hear the call of the wild in every shadow, every star, pulling me further
Hello
from the
and welcome
fences
back to
past that
Call of the
last
Hunt.
gate and spot.
So, yeah, a quick update because I have been practicing a little bit off camera and learning a bit about the game. And actually, this is my second attempt to make this video. The first attempt made the video or the audio was completely unusable, so let's try this again. So, a few things I learned about this game, which, for those of you who already know the game, okay, but these things I have learned. Okay, here we have the map. The map of the starter, well, I say starter, but the reservation that I am currently in, which is Silver Ridge Peaks, if I'm not mistaken. So we have 5 major areas, as you can see. But if you zoom in, oh, there are more of these areas. So we have here, we are currently in the Bending Forest, as you can see. So we have all these markers, white and green markers. So what I've learned is that in each of these areas, there are at least 2 of these outposts, which are marked by, in this case, these houses. Now, in this case, we have actually 3 of them. So 1 over here, where I'm currently am, 1 over here, and 1 over here at the top. As I said, there are at least 2 of them in each of these areas. These, of course, will allow you to do fast travel and stock up on supplies. Now, there are also, as you can see, green markers. Green markers means these are areas which you haven't visited yet. So question marks, we do not know what these are. This could be anything. But we do know that these markers over here, these binoculars, is a lookout point. When you are reaching a lookout point or claim a lookout point, it turns from green to white. And they will then scan the area and to see if they can find the other outpost, because this area, as you can see over here, Burnt Rock, currently only has 1 outpost. There could be 3, but there should be at least another one, but you're not sure, do not know where. But if you look at the white area, this is the area which I've walked. So this entire area I haven't investigated yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to unlock all the outposts, and by doing so, we need to walk. And yes, we can drive. We're going to walk to the lookout point. So let me focus on the lookout point. Exactly, place the waypoint. And the waypoint is over there at 2.4 kilometers, which is quite a long way away. We're going to walk, and the reason we're going to walk, of course, is we do not walk, we do not find any animals. So, a few other things which I've learned in this game, and that has to do with the binoculars. I never understood the importance of the binoculars, but these are actually very important. So let me select these binoculars right now. So what these do, as soon as we hear something or we notice something, we can actually use our binoculars and see if we can spot the animal. If we can spot the animal, we know exactly where it is, how far away it is. And the binoculars works better than the scope on our gun. Our dog, who currently has a particular level, can also help. At this moment, she has a few things that she can do. One of the things that she can do is, if you can look above the compass on the lower right, you can see her currently idling. Now, if she is walking around and crying a little bit, that means that she is warning us that our actions could spook an animal. So what exactly is our goal at the moment. What are we supposed to do? Okay, so we're walking through the forest, like and keeping our eyes and ears open. And I can see there's a mountain over there, which we cannot go over, so we need to find a way to get around that somehow. That's not going to be easy. Have to think of it. Actually, I think the best thing to do is not walk from this to here, but use a shorter route. And that would mean, let me take a look. That will mean going to this outpost, fast travel, and then head to the other, to the point where we're supposed to be walking. That will be a shorter distance. So let's do that. Let's fast travel to that outpost. So the other outpost was about 2.5 kilometers away from the viewing area, and let's see where we're supposed to be going at 1.7. So that's a lot closer by, and we probably do not need to go over a mountain. Trying to avoid. Unfortunately, we will not be able to, but okay. I was going to say try to avoid those high bushes. Okay, we have some low vegetation here, which will make it a bit easier for us to spot animals. So we're walking in that direction. We can look at the wind currently. The wind is coming from the north. We are walking currently west, so we are doing okay. There's actually a footpath which we can use. Let me take a look. Is that footpath? No, we are not going to be using that footpath all the way, but we can use it. Okay, that was a bear, but where did it came from? What I can do is go down, reduce our height, if that bear is still around. We might be hearing it again, but so what I was saying actually is that we can use this footpath that will make the least amount of noise, of course, at the moment. I am no longer hearing that bear, so yes, there is a big pile of doo-doo over there. I can see that. I'm hoping that in the near future I will be leveling up enough so we can actually see how far an animal is from its tracks. Because sure, I can go to the poop, I can investigate the tracks, and where is Xena at the moment? Over there, she is healing. I'm not quite sure what that means exactly. I haven't figured that one out. So she's over there. She is probably seeing something. Is that what she means? Possible. It's impossible to spot something between this high bushes. So let's forgo that. Let's go back to the path. Let's stand up. So as I was saying, yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, we can go, of course, to the poop. We can follow the poop. Follow the poop, but we do not know where. I'm always too late to find out where it came from, but this is a plains bison. Oh, we're not going to go after a bison, that's for certain. Okay, I can hear. I heard the bear, but indicator, of course, of where the sound came from is. Oh, all right. So this is the tracks of the bear. So it could be around here somewhere. The binoculars will automatically also detect an animal even if we can't see it with our naked eyes. So that's why we need the binoculars. But for now, it is not picking up anything. And we're probably going to go back to walking again, because if we're gonna crawl all the way to the outpost, we are going to be, sorry, to the lookout point, we are going to be here for a long time. Okay, those tracks move over there, so I don't think we will be able to. Oh, is there another road? Hold on. Huh. No, okay. By the way, what time is it? Oh, it's 3. Okay, it's nearly 3 p.m. Okay, now I heard him. Okay. That's a bison who is fleeing. It didn't sound as a bison to me. But you can see that the binoculars did manage to spot the animal even before I did. But it's now away from us. And we're not in the position to take down a bison. So that sound certainly didn't was a bison. That was a bear. And yes, the dog just leveled up again. So after a while, we're going to check out what exactly it is that our dog can now do. Because that, what I mentioned, when she starts crying and pointing out, hey, look out, you're going to spook the animal, that is actually a ability she didn't have in the beginning. Okay, I need to go through this. Again, okay, we are now having a small problem. We're going through the forest, and we're going to have some difficulties locating and shooting animals while in the forest. But we're going to bear through, so right anyway. See what we might find on our way. While we're doing the investigation of all these outposts, there is something which I needed to do. Okay. Mule deer is at 100 meters. between 100 and 140 meters, and I don't think it was about to run away, so we might... Oh crap, the wind is completely in the wrong direction. Gonna sniff us out. No, sorry, that's not gonna work. It's gonna sniff us out. Nope. As I was saying, there is one particular animal which I haven't had a chance to shoot at the moment in this map. Apart from, I believe, the moose and a large male deer. But the one animal... The warning call. I can still try. Hold on. It is the mountain lion, which I still haven't been able to shoot. What I also learned is that when harvesting animals, the carnivores or the predators are generating more income than the herbivores. Oh, great. Well, we're getting closer. It's still in the neighborhood. It was in the neighborhood. It's fleeing. Okay, back to our spot. It was, of course, inevitable that it was fleeing. We were in a completely wrong direction when it came to the wind. We were facing a lot of forests, a lot of trees, and it was already had a warning call, so it was already alerted to our presence. Well, we still have 1.3 kilometers to go, so who knows what we'll finally end up with. Trying to avoid these tree branches as much as I can. Not always successful in doing so. Could of course run through the forest because it would be very unlikely we're able to find something in these thick woods, but well, while we're doing this off camera, I did manage to take out one or two things, so it is not impossible. But one of the maps I would like to try next session might be Africa or something, so that will be probably some less of these trees, less of these forests. We probably got a lot of oh well. Well, here we go. Sorry about this. So in Africa, we might have a lot of predators to take out. But okay, so unfortunately, wait, another noise. Oh, hello. We got a clear area over there. Let's move towards the clear area. That will grant us some better view and also less noise making. I've been also playing an... Hold on. There are some strange noises currently. I was going to say something, but one of them sounded like a mountain lion. I don't think it is possible, but one of them was a bear. One of them sounded like a mountain lion. It all sounded very strange. Certainly was a sound I haven't heard before. Is there something in the distance which I've missed? No, I thought I saw something. Okay, our dog isn't picking up anything as well. We're not hearing the sound anymore. But if that was a mountain lion, I'm not going to take the chances of standing up and losing my... or wasting my shot. I don't even know where the sound came from. But those were two sounds. As I said, one was a bear. Crap. And the other one could be a mountain lion, but I do not know. Got some massive tracks over there. Even a resting area or something, but... Okay, as I was saying, off camera, I've been also trying a different game, which is The Way of the Hunter. I did record that session. Unfortunately, the sound was extremely bad. The microphone. I'm still not quite sure what happened. Okay, it's a black bear resting zone. I still don't know exactly what happened, why the sound was so bad. I have a wireless mic and headset, but the broadcasting USB stick is 50 to 70 meters. That should be extremely close. Did give a warning call, but I'm currently making no noise. Probably he's heading that direction. I can softly move that direction. Fleeing? Why is it fleeing? What did I do? Huh. That's odd. Well, if it's fleeing, then I can just as easy stand up again. Well, that was unfortunate. I was doing everything according to the book. As soon as you hear the noise, get down. Use the binoculars and make as little noise as possible. And I was doing all these things. So weird that it was fleeing again. Okay, I kept being interrupted. Okay, so the wireless mic has a transmitter and a receiver. The receiver is approximately 50 centimeters, or in inches, how far would that be? 15? No, maybe 20 inches beside me. So that couldn't be it. I tested and tested it again, and the sound should be good now. So I just readjusted that receiver transmitter. Maybe it was interfering with another transmitter. I do not know, but I have adjusted it. Did some testing, and the audio should be okay. Well, if this is going online on YouTube, then you know that the audio is okay. If this video is not coming online, then once again the audio has crapped out. But anyway, the same problem I had with the Way of the Hunter. So I played through the first storyline mission, as it were, but the audio was bad. So I am not sure if I'm going to replay the first mission for you guys, or simply jump in this story. Not sure. So a word about that other game. That game is probably a bit newer than Call of the Wild, because it did actually grinds my GPU, that game. There are two versions. We have Way of the Hunter 1, and the newer one is 2. Now, version 2. It's the same sound again. Okay, as I was saying, version 2, that will not run on my computer. Maybe if I turn off almost all graphic doohickeys, it might, but no, I decided not to use that game. Version 1, with some adjustment here and there, does work. Now, the graphics on version 2 are better than Call of the Wilds. The graphics on version 1 are, in my opinion, the same quality of Call of the Wild, except for one thing. If you look at Call of the Wild, right, as we are playing now, it is very atmospheric. There are big shadows. There's light play. When the sun goes down, we can actually see it. It's impressive. When you play Way of the Hunter, at least the version I'm playing, and I'm not sure if I'm going to upload the first session. If not, I will upload a second anyway. And you can see that it looks like a game. Well, it is a game like but it doesn't look atmospheric. It looks like you're in a game world. So I'm not certain about Call of the Wild. Sorry, Way of the Hunter. Okay, whatever the sound it was, it's gone now again. If it's coming from my left, I do know that that is actually where the wind is blowing towards. So that could be the reason why the bear and the mule deer were fleeing, even though I did my best to avoid making myself known. I can see that the marker is below the ground, which means that the lookout point is beyond this hill, on a lower level than I am currently in, which is a bit surprising. One should just suggest the lookout point should be on a higher elevation, but Apparently it is not. Okay. Oh, I thought I was already... I was crawling, but that's because I'm walking uphill and we always walk a little bit slower while walking uphill. Let me take a quick look at the map. So we are... Yes, we're going uphill over here and... Okay, sure. Let's head that way. The lookout point is near a lake. Could be useful. At least it will give us the information on the location of other outposts. So if you look at the graphics, you can see the lights play over here in these yellowish spots of grass. This is where the light touches this grass. That kind of atmosphere, that is something which I do not see in Way of the Hunter. See how the sun peeps through these trees and lights only the tip of these grasses? That is something we do not see, at least I do not see in Way of the Hunter. Regardless if the graphics are better or not. What? Okay, but you are... I'm sorry, I hope that the animals didn't hear that. I was going to say the dog was walking through the bushes, so... Not really quiet. I looked it up, what that means. It's healing. I'm not quite sure what that means. I was talking about the graphics, as I said, as the sun is lower in the sky, you can actually see the difference of lights and how light works on this mountain. And as we are reaching I wouldn't say the top, but this part of the mountain side, more and more things are going to light up because we are going out of the shadow of this hill. Here we're in the shadow of the hill, so it's all a bit dark. And over here is where... Oh, well, turkeys. And over here is where the light is touching mountaintop. All right. Apparently we are following the trail of turkeys at the moment. Silvery Peaks. Okay. Are we entered? Have we entered? We have indeed entered a new area, which is the Lone Island Lake, which currently has no outposts. Okay, it looks like the turkey was heading that direction, so moving away from us. Try to avoid the trees as much as possible. We're now walking in a more normal pace because we are no longer climbing, and we're probably gonna be walking a little bit faster as we are slowly going down the mountain towards our destination. Lot of trees, unfortunate. But I think we can be certain that near the outpost, sorry, near the lookout point, there are not a lot of trees. So, can we move through this gap? Don't think we can, but we can try. Oh, could have been worse. Okay, we have to move to these bushes, unfortunately. There's nothing we can do about it. Can do is actually go down now. Because we are entering a area. Yeah. So that's a Miriam turkey. Too far away for me to shoot at this moment. But we can slowly move towards it. It was calm, it was eating, it didn't spot us. I think we should approach it till approximately 100 meters. That will give us a chance. But I'm wondering why are there not any more animals I'm picking up over here. Just that turkey. Alright, oh, there are more of them. Oh, there are actually more of them. Okay, so we know that these are minor. These are trivial, so from all the animals, the best bet we can have is that one. Okay, we missed. Now, if we want to be certain if we're missed, there is a way to find that out. Go to the map, and here's where we saw the animals, right? Now, there is no red zone, which means there is no, like we have over here, kill zones, as it were. These will dissipate in time, by the way, but if we would have shot the animal or killed the animal, there will be a kill zone over here as well. And since there isn't, we can be very certain that we did miss the animal. Although we just saw it fly away. That was also a good indication, by the way. If you can see an animal fly away, we can probably assume that it is not being killed by us. Unless, of course, you have ghost animals in this game. But I haven't spotted those yet. Okay. Because it is not a kill zone, it is not impossible that other animals will return to the area despite the gunshot sound. Yep, anything over here? So odd. So, as I said, one of the things I want to do is get back to the area where we heard all the mountain lions. I was somewhere near that ghost town, that railway emplacement. So, yeah, okay, well, that's unfortunate. this is where the turkeys were. With the emphasis on the word were. Maybe we'll strike lucky and find something else on our way towards the lookout point. But our tracks IDs are also the turkey. Yep. Now turkeys do not give that much cash. It's of course logical. It's also that if you hit a turkey, it doesn't matter where you hit it. It's a one-hit kill. So we're nearly at the lookout point. That will open up hopefully at least one other of the outposts in this area, which we still won't be able to fast travel because we haven't claimed that yet. And I will show you on the map as soon as it has appeared. That sounded like a mule deer. I don't see the markers of the sound. Get down just in case. Not quite sure where it came from. If it came from over there, it has already sniffed us out. I didn't see any marker suggesting where the sound was coming from. Also is unfortunate. But as we are getting close to the outpost or the lookout point, I think we should start standing up soon. Unless we hear that mule deer again. I don't think we will. Maybe it was coming from near the lake we were heading towards. So that should be far away, although maybe the lake is down there. Oh, we have some tracks. That could be the tracks of the mule deer we heard. Soon find out what it was. We see, no, those are turkey prints. No, we don't even have to examine these. No, that's the turkey. Particular point we will be able to distinguish. Hold on. Clear sight from on this hill. Might spot something, although there's a clearing over there. I did manage to actually shoot an animal from a lookout point. Oh, I can already see the lookout point. It's right over there. Our marker was not 100% on the spot, but you can already see the lookout point. Okay, so we are now walking towards the wind, which means, of course, if there are any animals over there, they have already smelled us, and they are probably already booking it. Although I can keep my eyes open for over there, because wind is not blowing that way. Knows. Okay, the outpost, or sorry, the lookout point should be now popping up on our main screen. And as soon as you reach 100 meters of a location, it will pop up. Yes, yeah, it's fleeing. Rocky Mountain elk. Can try to take a look, but I don't think we'll be able to. Yeah, we can of course crawl towards the outpost, but the lookout point, but as it is fleeing, it's very possible that it's no longer in our line of sight. And as I said, look at the wind direction. It is heading directly towards where I'm going. So fat chance of me being able to take out the elk. Anyway, we're going to claim the outpost. Sorry, I keep calling it an outpost. We're going to claim the lookout point. And before we do that, right before we do that, we're going to take a look at the map. Oh, I was actually hoping to avoid the trees, but I'm walking straight through some bushes. Oh well. Okay. Oh, steps are over there. Now we can run. I mean, well, obviously there were some animals near here. Okay, let's head up. And as I said, we're gonna check the map before we're gonna claim this location. And then you're gonna see what happens with all the colors of the icons. Okay, as you can see over there, there is a green icon stating that I haven't claimed this outpost yet. So we are here. As you can see, there are some question marks near the lake. These are probably hunting huts. And there are some question marks over there as well. So let's claim the outpost, the lookout point. Okay, once again. Oh, here's the map. We just claim this lookout point, which would now appear on the map as white. And here we are. As you can see, a lot of things opened up, and ooh, there's actually a outpost right near to the lake and another one over there. So we also learned now that it can actually spot outposts outside the area. So knowing that, our first destination should be this outpost over here, which is 11 minutes walk. So if you don't mind, I think we'll head to that outpost right now. Gonna claim it. It is near the lake. That's a turkey. How far is it? Okay. Well, at least I know one thing. The lake is Nowhere near, or actually, let me rephrase that. The lake is not the same direction as the wind is blowing. So, okay, so let's head down towards the lake. It is very possible we also might be seeing some animals while we're going down. But even if not, that's the... We can try. Try a turkey. It's at 80 meters. The wind is... Yeah. Oh, crap. Okay, well, we just walked straight into the bushes. There's a road down there. Also useful, of course, in the near future. We check the map. Yep, we can actually take the car and investigate all those question marks. What is strange, however, is this area seems to have only one lookout point, which means that there is only one. There's only one outpost in this area. I thought there were at least two of them in each area. Okay, so it's still a warning call. But it's at 50 meters, so should be able to see it by now. Unless, of course, it is hiding behind. Those bushes. "20 meters. Come on. 20 meters. We should be straight almost on top of them. "30 meters. So it's either walking away from us, fleeing. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, we tried. Yeah, it was behind large bushes and we were too low. We couldn't even see them, let alone shoot them from that angle. Okay, we're heading towards the... Oh, we were running apparently. Are we? I'm not quite sure how you can see if you're running. We can use the road. Okay, now we're running. We can use the road to maneuver towards the outpost. That will, of course, prohibit us to make a lot of noise. These are probably the turkey tracks, although we're not sure. Currently, there don't seem to be any animals near the lake, as far as I can see. We could try, of course, go around the edge of the lake. Wait, is the road? Yeah, we can use the road. All right. There's the elk again. 150 meters. Will it already give us a warning call? Okay. Let's use the road. As I said, that will give us the least amount of noise. Because we can be certain we will not be going for any bushes. Didn't hear the elk anymore. We are near a lake, so animals, of course, are drawn to the water. Which makes it an ideal outpost. Or in the morning, we can actually spot animals near the lakefront. Yeah, our dog is also making a lot of noise. Not quite sure if that's gonna scare the animals. Okay. Any animals in the near distance? Is the sun setting? Oh, well, it is nearly 6 p.m., so yeah, it could be. That will make our... Oh. Oh, we can actually move towards the question mark. It's probably a... something we actually can build and not a lookout point. Well, even if it... Ah, crap, it's fleeing. We didn't see any animals near the water. We checked the entire time. And now it's fleeing? That's not fair. It's the entire time. Okay, so as I was saying, it is a thing we can actually build up. It's going to cost us money. I'm not quite sure if we have the money to do so. But it certainly will give us some experience points investigating it. I hope. Oh, crap. Yeah, unfortunate. Here we go. Rustle, 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 rustle. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay. 30 meters? How far is it? Over there? Okay, if it is over there somewhere, we might be still. Oh. There it is. Fleeing. Yeah, we're not gonna get those. All right, let's head towards the building area. But as I said, we're near the waterfront, so an ideal location for an outpost. Okay, as if we can't build it due to funds, it will stay green. But at least it will clear on the map what it is. So we know what it is. It's no longer a question mark. I don't think we can actually have the money at the moment to construct it. Let me see. Always having trouble with activating things. Come on. Did I just saw something? No, that's the dog. Why isn't it? Do we need a stand for that? Oh, we need a stand. Okay. Can we build? Yeah, we couldn't build it. Okay, we can try. It's an ideal location, of course, this thing. Maybe we can spot the outpost. No, it's actually beyond that ridge over there. There's a large ridge. It's beyond that. Oh, no, I can see it over there. It's on top of the ridge. So it is actually near the waterfront, but not going to be easy shooting animals from out that outpost. Okay, any animals returning to the lake edge? Nope, I don't think so. Okay, let's get down. Where is the exit? Help? I can't get out. Oh, hello. That was the sound I was looking for. I can't get freaking out. Where's the exit? Is it a door? Oh, this is the exit. Okay, let's get down. So the building is over there. We heard it over there. I'm gonna stay down. Not impossible that it might be coming towards us if it wants to go to the lake. So let's make sure that we are not making any unnecessary noise. Maybe it will actually come closer and then we will be able to take it out. That was a mountain lion for sure. That, no question about it. That was a mountain lion. But we're not hearing it anymore. Oh, if we look at the map, by the way, you can see it is now white. Oh, all right. Let's head this way. And unfortunately, maybe we can actually get closer to the lake to avoid bushes. But I'm not hearing it anymore. Well, if it is if it is actually around here, we might be able to spot it next time. Our ear is open. Oh, hello. What have we here? What is that? That freaking is a mountain lion. Nope. Did I get it? Nope, it's fleeing. Damn it. Damn it. Well, I tried. Crap. Alright, that was the mountain lion. Should have moved closer. Should have moved closer. That was my one shot was I was talking about. The shot I wasn't supposed to miss. Well, I missed. I missed a freaking mountain lion who was just lying there. Should have moved closer. Well, it is getting late. Sun is indeed setting. But we are very near to our outpost and I can already see probably the road we need to take. Yes. So let's just take this road and head towards it. And maybe we get lucky when we reach the outpost. Yeah, that was stupid. I should have moved closer towards the mountain line. I had a good chance. It was calm. Didn't spot us. Well, maybe we did have some trouble with the wind direction. I'm not sure. We could have moved closer. Oh well. Better luck next time, I suppose. So, I think the next game video I'm gonna upload will be the other one, the Hunter Wave the Hunt. So you can actually see for yourself what it is. I'm probably not going to say I'm probably not going to be replaying the first mission again. That's 120 meters, so it's a long way away. Okay, let's claim this outpost. And let's see, before we claim the outpost, by the way, what are our options with this lake? I mean, where is this lake? We're heading, okay. If we go... Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we got the mountain lion again. We could have another go at the mountain lion, perhaps. Be careful. First, we're going to take a look at the lake. Got a good view of the lake over here. Very unlikely there'll be animals over here, but cliff, but just in case, just in case, just in case. Our ears open. Didn't hear it fleeing. might be returning to its prey it was eating. I don't have a clear view of the area, unfortunately. Not longer hearing it. Crap. Okay, let's first claim the outpost. I'm reluctant to go to bed right now because if it is still around, as I was saying, oh, it's a mating call. Okay, it's over there somewhere. It's not fleeing. Still might be a chance. Yes, it is 150 meters, but just sprayed ourselves with some camouflage scent. The wind is not heading that direction. Is it a lake? Oh, I thought it was over there, but getting dark. That's unfortunate. No longer hearing it. Seeing it. Sound came from somewhere around here. Oh, oh, I saw something. Probably a mosquito or something. Lens. Damn it. Okay, let's head back to the outpost. Maybe moving away might trigger it again. It wasn't a warning call. Damn, that's unfortunate. But we had about 2 or 3 instances of a mountain lion around here. So there is a possibility that using this outpost, we might encounter one a bit more easily than usual. So we had a need zone of a mountain lion near here. So that's okay, between 3 and 6 p.m. I'm not quite sure what's over there, but we'll soon find that out next time. Well, that was unfortunate. But at least we're near here, and let's take some rest and we'll pick it up next time. So, as I said, next video is going to be the other game, and then you can decide which you like best. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you soon. Thank you very much, and until next time, bye-bye.
Oh, the call of the wild.